Hey, everybody, welcome to the Madchurchdisease channel. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal Friday. I apologize for not being on the screen tonight. It is now about 7:06 here in the Inland Empire where I live, and it's been a little bit on the humid side. So I'm sort of winding down. I'm having a red glass of red wine as I'm speaking with you all tonight. This glass of wine comes by way of San Antonio Winery, which actually started in the Inland Empire. A lot of people are unaware that San Antonio Winery is actually started here in the Inland Empire, along with the Galliano Winery. Love that family. Believe it or not, the Inland Empire, Ontario, was actually known to be the wine country before Napa and some of these other places that actually became the wine country. But anyway, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Madchurchdisease channel. Shout out to Cece. Shout out to Gerald, Miss Lex, G Stewart. Thank you so very much. Denise M. Hey, Denise. Hey, Regina over there at the Juice Radio and Talk Show. I started to try to sing your theme song, but I'm gonna leave that alone, Regina. I was gonna do it, but I can do it, but I'm not gonna do it. Sister, be a good, and the Lord has most certainly brought us through another week, and I'm grateful. You know, when I saw your comment come up, Sister Bia, the first thing that came to my mind was, I have made it through another week without having to cuss anybody out. God is a good God. Let me tell you, I'm working on my swearing, so it's a blessing of the Lord that maketh rich and addeth no sorrow that I was able to make it through a whole week without having to light into somebody's tail. Now, don't get me wrong, Sister Bia. People are definitely trying me. They keep trying me, but the Lord is good, and He's been keeping me, and I'm so very grateful. But I got to get it all together, Regina. I ain't there yet. Hey, CC, and you all, I've got about 40 or something of you guys watching right now. Nobody knows I was coming on this late. If y'all could hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. That would mean the whole wide world to me, and I would thank you so much. There's so many things that we could talk about, and I really wasn't going to go live tonight. I was just going to crawl in my bed and watch some more Marvel movies. Because I really need to catch up on my Captain America and hola, blessed and favored. So I really need to catch up on my Marvel movies, but there's so much stuff that's been going on in the world. And so I just wanted to come on here and chit chat with you guys. That's all. That's the whole reason. Hey, Jesse, good to have you with me tonight. And so I'm just grateful to have you guys here with me. I really am. Um, So I'm grateful. Tonight will not be the night, G Stewart. No, I told you I'm drinking. I got a glass of red wine. I'm going to sit back and talk to you guys tonight and enjoy this conversation. There's so many things to talk about. So many things to talk about. But as you guys know, I like to get things started in a normal fashion so people can get used to it. If you guys haven't subscribed to my email newsletter, please subscribe. The email newsletter is what's going to keep you up to date on everything that is concerning the Madchurchdisease channel. You guys go and hit the linktube link that is in the description of this video, and you guys make sure that you sign up and you go and participate in that, and I will make sure that it's in the link, because I don't believe the moderators are here. I don't see any of them. And I don't think they knew that I was coming on. So I'm not going to hold this to them at this particular point. But there'll be a link in the description of the video for you guys, and you guys can most certainly subscribe to the newsletter. Now, before I put up my next slide, as Harvey Korman says in Carol Burnett's episode of When They Were Playing Sorry. Before I put up my next slide, let me tell y'all something. There's no need to, let me say this. If you are a supporter of content creators, and you're someone who supports content creators, understand something. When a content creator asks for support for their channel, you're not required to do anything. Content creators ask individuals to sign up or support their channels based upon your ability to do so. So I need for you all to understand. It is very important that you understand, especially if you're over here on my channel. When I ask for support to the channel, if you don't have the ability to support the channel, don't worry about it. It's no biggie. It's not like I'm gonna hit the button and end the stream if nobody supports the channel, right? You still get the same commentary, you still get the same stuff. So we just ask um, uh, that you do support the channel if you have that ability. I want to say this as well. I am not one of these people who speaks ill of content creators. I help a lot of content creators. Y'all need to understand that it is my business to help content creators. That's what I do. Now, when people are first starting off their channels and they're trying to learn the ropes and they're trying to go through the processes of learning YouTube, um, the support of individuals is helpful, but it's not mandatory. I'm somebody who has been doing this type of work since 2007. I know the cost that it takes in order to do what I do. Let me also say this. I just had to hit a YouTuber with a copyright strike on today. And let me tell you why I had to hit this YouTuber. Well, they got a couple days to get it together before they get to strike, okay? So just understand something, because I'm very, very, I'm very, very, what's the word? I'm very, very nice with it. I don't immediately come out and hit people with a copyright strike because I know the type of damage that can do to somebody's channel. So I don't want to hit people with copyright strikes, but I give people ample opportunity. Now, I emailed this content creator. I emailed this content creator like 5 days ago and asked them to give me something. And if you're a content creator, I'm about to help you learn a legal term here. It's called attribution. It's called attribution. I asked this content creator who stole my work. I said, listen, if you're going to use my stuff, at least give me attribution for it. Okay, that's all I asked for. I didn't say that they had to do anything but give me attribution. Okay, that's it. They have been ignoring me for over a week. So you know what I did? I said, I'll let YouTube deal with you then. I'm not going to deal with you. I'll just let YouTube do it. Because if you want to be funky like that, then I'm going to go ahead and let YouTube handle you. Okay. And I know that there are going to be people who are going to come back when if this YouTuber comes out and gets upset and starts, ranting and raving. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be blaming me. But for those of you that are members of my channel, I went through this stuff with y'all, right? And thank you, CC, for putting a color on it. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I gave this person credit. But before I do that, hold on. I done went to a whole nother story before I told y'all. But if you're supporting content creators, understand something. Now, what I find the height of hypocrisy is when content creators run around here hollering about everything is transactional. It's so transactional. But then when content creators are asking for support for their channel, they're aloof or standoffish when it comes to other content creators. Listen, don't do that. You need to respect other content creators and respect the work that we all do. If you are a content creator and you are in this chat right now, I respect the work that you do. And I take my hat off to the work that you do, because people don't understand the amount of work that goes into what we do. They just think it's just coming here, sitting down and blah, 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 whatever. If that's what they feel, that's what they feel. I don't have the energy for that on today. Okay. But if you would like to support the Mad Church Disease channel, the opportunity is afforded to you to do so. Of course, we use Cash App is our main and primary support. If you would like to support in any other way, you are more feel free to do so. But if you do not have it to support, don't feel bad because you can't or you won't. It's all right. You're going to live. You're going to live to see it happen. Let me tell you what I want you to do. Live, 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 live. Okay? I want you to live. You're going to live to see this whole episode, okay? Y'all know I'm a goofball. And I'm drinking wine too, so y'all ought to be careful. Y'all know I'm a goofball. I'm just like, really? But for those of you that would like to support the channel, the information is on the screen and it will also be down in the description below. Now, let us move on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay. Good evening to all of you. I'm so grateful that you are with me on tonight. What a wonderful pleasure it is to be bringing you another edition of the Mad Church Disease Hot Topics and Hot Topics with Mad Church Disease. Thank y'all so very much. There's so much going on in the world today. Where do I begin? First of all, you guys, I made barbecue chicken tonight. I don't know if you guys, if you've made dinner tonight or you bought your dinner out. I made barbecue chicken and it is delicious. I didn't have any vegetables because I don't do canned veggies and stuff. I guess I should probably go buy some canned veggies in case there's like a natural disaster or something. I'll have like some canned goods because I literally have no canned goods because I don't like canned nothing. Only thing that I deal with that's in a can is tuna. I'll be honest. That's about it. Anything outside of that, and I only like the Costco brand of tuna because for some odd reason that tuna is it's a better quality. I don't know how to even describe it to you. If you never bought ever gone to Costco and got a can of tuna, go get a can of tuna from the grocery store and go get a can of tuna from Costco and see the difference. It's completely different. But that's anyway. That's just totally different. But I always do frozen vegetables. I don't do canned vegetables. And it's just a preference, you guys. I'm not trying to be high and mighty. It's just my preference. And what's up, Heavenly Dove? So it's just my preference. All right, so let's talk. First and foremost, did you guys happen to see this idiot of a man who cheated on his wife at a Coldplay concert and got his behind caught? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? The look on that dummy's face when that darn Jumbotron hit him in the face and he was hugged up with another woman. Like, how dumb could you be, first of all? How dumb could you be to take your side piece to one of the most public places in the world where, you know, your wife's friends could have been there, your girl's friends could have been there. And the whole time, you know what I've been thinking about today? And yeah, you know why he ducked? Because he was shamed. And I'm going to get to the shame of it in a minute. But y'all know something? I was thinking today, I don't know whether it was my mother or some wise woman in my life. Either my mother or some woman told me many, many years ago when I was a young person, men are stupid when we cheat. And I tend to believe it is the truth. And I'm throwing, and I've never been a cheater, so I'm not really throwing myself into this scenario because I don't cheat. So let me just put myself, out of this equation. But the women in my life taught me really early that men are stupid when it comes to cheating. And here's why. Because normally when women cheat, they cheat with a man across town. They cheat with a man that lives in a whole nother county. They cheat with a man that's far away that you would not know that she is in a relationship with. When a man cheats, we cheat with the woman across the street or the woman next door. Or we cheat with the secretary at work or the HR manager at work. That's dumb. That's real dumb. Fellas, I'm not trying to encourage people for cheating because that's not what I do. Because if I have friends who cheat and I find out that you're cheating 9 times out of 10, we're not going to be friends anymore. Because you're not going to put me in that awkward position. But let's roll this up before I go too far. Let's talk about the ducking. So the Jumbotron spots you and you duck. Ninja, what you ducking for? What you ducking for, fool? What you ducking for? And the look on his face, you all. Maybe tomorrow I might go live tomorrow too, and I might show y'all the picture of his face, and we might laugh about that tomorrow. But the look on this fool's face really pissed me off. I'm like, Ninja, why? What do you think? You're at a Coldplay concert. You got, I guess, was those the rafter seats? Because it looked like they was like way up at the tippy top. but the Jumbotron can catch you really no matter where you are, right? Because all it has to do is to, uh, well, I heard that the side chick was married, but if she divorced, okay, then that's okay. But he wasn't divorced. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't divorced. But then you're gonna duck down. But here's the other part for me for this, you all. Did you notice the friend that was tapping them on the shoulder trying to get them to sit down because they realized that they was about to be caught? Did y'all see that? What kind of friend are you to circle around and support your friends when you know they're cheating or cheating with a married person? What kind of friend are you? I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying. I had a homeboy who was a serial cheater. When I say serial cheater, we see each other maybe once a year. Because, of course, eventually, they got a divorce, end up remarrying. I get it. People have all kind of tough relationships, but his wife had went through a lot with him, with females, a lot of females. And I don't know what it was that broke the straw for her. Now, mind you, it might have been because he was supposed to be a preacher of the gospel and a minister of the gospel. And he was just a serial cheater, preaching in the pulpit and cheating. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's what kind of did it for her, did it in. She was like, I'm done with this situation. I caught this dude in so many situations. And because when you're a friend with somebody, I mean, if you're a true friend, you have real friend conversations, and as a man, I'm just not, I have man-to-man conversations. I'm not going to not say what I have to say. And I'm the kind of friend like this. If you're cheating on your spouse, your wife, whatever, don't ever let me find out, first of all, because I'm not going to let you put me in a position where I have to lie to your wife or to your spouse, especially if I'm friends with them. I'm never going to let you put me in that position ever in life. You're never going to turn me into a liar like that. That's not going to happen. If I'm going to have to repent, it's not going to be repenting for a lie you told. I'll repent for the lie that I told, but I'm not going to repent for the lie that you told. And I try my best to not be that way. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been thinking about this all day because I've been watching everybody talk about this on social media. But this is what I always say, and a lot of women get mad for me when I say this. But just because you marry somebody does not mean you're in a covenant relationship with them. Just because you have a piece of paper. Listen, ladies, listen to me. Before you get married to any person, even if you want to be in a serious relationship with the person, you want to be in a monogamous situation with the person. Now, I'm a fully grown man. I'm a man of a certain type of age. Listen to what I'm saying to you. If you do not look this person in the eyes, I'm not talking about around their head, around their chin. I'm not talking about looking at their private part. I'm saying look them in their eyes. Y'all need to be close together, seated close together. And you look this person in the eye and you have a serious conversation with this person about what does commitment mean to them? And what does the word commitment sound like to them? What is a picture of commitment to them? Because you'll never get to covenant until they understand commitment. Understand? Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. And the whole time I was sitting there watching this stupid and listening to people talk about this stuff today, I was like, and maybe because I'm cut from a different cloth and I am a Christian and I do love God. I know that's hard for some of y'all to believe, but maybe because I understand what commitment is. You'll never get to covenant if you can't get commitment. Most of these people don't understand what commitment is. And I was thinking the other day while I was driving in the car, this is kind of off this topic, but I was saying, okay, Marcellus, you're about to hit a certain age. You have no kids, no wife. What do you want the next 5 years of your life to look like? And I kept saying, okay, I've got to make some conscious choices and decisions about what I want to see in the next 5 years, right? And I was talking to another brother, and we were talking, and he was saying, well, Marcellus, well, if you marry a younger woman, she may want to have a child. Are you willing to commit to that? And my thought process was like, not really, because at this age, I'm like, now, and then my friend says to me, my friend says, well, Marcellus, that's really selfish of you, because if you marry somebody who doesn't have a kid, but you're in love with them and you want to be with them, but that's something that they want or that they need in their life, that's really selfish. And so you may want to ponder that and meditate on that for a while. I said, okay, I'll do that. I'll think, I'll meditate on it, but it's not something I'm thinking about. You understand? But for you to go be blatant, to go to a Coldplay concert, right? And go around thousands of people with your mistress. You don't understand commitment, and you most certainly are not in a covenant with your spouse. That covenant has been broken. Now, here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Can covenants be repaired once covenants are broken? If a covenant is broken, can it be repaired? I should have put that as a poll tonight. Poll question. Can a covenant be repaired? It was embarrassing to watch that dude do that. I was like, oh my God. Now, what got me is the friends tapping him on the shoulder to tell him to sit down because they've been found out. Are you the kind of friend that covers for your friends when they cheat and they do all that kind of stuff? Are you the kind of friend to do that? Because I'm not. You're not going to make me out to lie to your wife. I'm not doing that on any circumstance. Kelly G says, I think you can repair it in time, but it's going to be really hard. I think Kelly G might be right. Miss Lex says it can be repaired if both parties want it repaired. Blessed and highly favored. Talking about Cat Williams done told everybody they about to be exposed. Ain't this a mess? Lord, that's funny. And I did see the fact that there was some sort of statement put out. Then he came back to say it was a false statement. He didn't put it out. How about y'all don't put out no statement? But see, here's what the internet does. The internet goes and hunts you down because they want to know all your personal business, right? That's the age that we're in. We're in the age where everybody wants to know your business. That's the time frame we're in, everybody. And it's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how the world works today. And it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. But I kind of felt like really that weirded me out, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, man, people just don't understand covenant and don't understand relationships. If you can turn around and embarrass your spouse like this. And I heard that the woman, soon as she found out about it, she changed her name on her Facebook page, her last name, and took his name right on off. That was a signal right there that, oh, I'm done. She's like, I'm done with this. Blessed and highly favored, I think you might be right. And that new covenant must be based on better promises. Because you do understand we have a New Testament, which is a new covenant. We had an old covenant. Well, now we got a new one, which signifies to me sometimes you might need to make a new covenant with some of these people you in a relationship with. And it doesn't even necessarily have to do with just, intimate relationships. I'm talking about some friendships. Some friendships, you're going to have to enter into some new covenants. And can I tell you all, can I just be a little transparent with you all for just a moment? That's kind of where the space and the place that I've been in. And yes, Jesus, I am live. I am live. It says live on Facebook. I'm quite sure it says live. Yo, get me with this Are You Live stuff. I don't mean to be preaching, Kelly G, but it's just, I be mulling over this stuff. I be thinking about this stuff as a man. I know a lot of people don't think we think like this, but I know guys be thinking too. I know y'all don't think we do, but we do. Um, but let me just say this. I've been thinking like all day, and the other day when I talked to this other, let me tell you how this happened. I was giving somebody a ride the other day, and his girlfriend almost crashed into my car because she was chasing him. I mean, she was laying on the horn. Huh? I was like, what the heck is going on? So she laying on the horn, right? So now I done got nervous because I'm just like, what the heck is going on? So he eventually tells me he's being chased by this chick. And I'm just like, wow, like what the heck happened? So then I try to like avoid her and I pass her, try to get away from her. That didn't work because she just sped up, and then she kept trying to like ram, like almost like she was trying to ram her car into my car. And I'm just like, now, wait a minute now. I'm like, now, don't get me into no mess. Like, what is this right here? Because I don't do this. I don't do this. I don't do this. So I said, okay. Hey, lady of elegance. I said, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop you off other than where you were going. So if you want me to drop you off, you better tell me where you want me to drop you off, because I'm not going to drop you off where you were going. You got to go somewhere else. Well, drop me off at the Carl's Jr. Now, if you're on the East Coast, the East Coast it's okay. Fred Samuel, I recognize y'all didn't know I was even going to go live because this is kind of like impromptu. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drop you off at the Carl's Jr. Well, if you're on the East Coast, that's Hardee's. So I'm like, you're going to Hardee's. You're going to the Carl's Jr. So I drop him off. Then I bust a U-turn and I go back. Come back home, actually, is what I did. I came straight back to the house. Because here's the thing. Those kind of toxic relationships are difficult. And I think in this, as the time goes on in this year, I think God is really dealing with a lot of us about our relationships and who we're in relationships with and who is close in our circle, right? And I don't want to sound preachy, Kelly G, but I mull over stuff like this. I really be thinking, and I be praying about stuff like this, because this is the kind of person I am. I don't want anybody in my life who doesn't mean good for my life. If you just come into my life to frustrate my life and to cause me anguish and problems, I would rather you just go your way. Let's part as friends. Let's part as a respectful, to each other, and you go your way and I go my way. What gets me is all of these people that are in relationships with people, and you don't like the person. That's crazy to me. Like, and I'm gonna tell you this, Jesse. Let me tell you this, Jesse. Jesse, I'm the kind of content creator where, and I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. If I'm feeling a certain type of way, or I got something in my mind or in my heart, if I feel like it's not necessary for me to confront the issue, I won't confront the issue. I will just move on. One of the reasons why Larry Reed and I got into such a big issue, and ended up, I ended up leaving and walking away from Larry, was because Larry, when I left Larry's platform and had nothing more to do with Larry's platform, I had been gone for months and months and months, right? He actually came on my Facebook page because I tagged him at that particular time, because I had another Facebook page. And I asked him, because he had made some statements about me on his program. I said, hey, why are you doing this? What was the point of this? And he made some sort of, snide remark. And then my followers just like ate him alive. When I said they ate him alive, they ate him alive. And I had to run back to the thing and was like, no, don't do this. Because I wasn't mad at Larry. Because when I walk away from most people, I'm not upset with them at all. I may be disappointed, but I'm not upset with them. So there's no need for people to get nasty and be mean and be vile, because I'd rather walk away and walk away in a respectful, tactful manner than to have you attacking me or being mean, because that's unnecessary. And this is all about relationships I'm talking about. This man knew he was a married man. Why would you string your wife along? Because I realize you got a lot more to lose, but I would rather be a single, rich, and happy man with whatever I've got left than to be a married man and be miserable and have to sneak and cheat and constantly be looking over my shoulder, and I can't go to dinner with the person that I really want to be with. I got to go home. You understand what I'm saying? That's crazy. Now, as a man, I have to be honest here. I understand the dynamic of you really having feelings for a person and not wanting to let them down or to hurt them, but your heart is somewhere else, because a lot of pastors and preachers had this problem. Their heart belongs to the church. A lot of times their heart don't belong to their spouse. Their spouse is the mistress. They're married to the church. Now take that home with you. You hear what I just said? Most preachers are married to the church. They're not married to their spouses. I just said a mouthful. Ooh, I just said a mouthful. Most preachers are married to the church. They're not married to their spouse. And that's why their spouses and their families become secondary to the ministry. And that's why if you sign up to be a first lady, or nowadays a first gentleman, you need to understand whatever you're signing up for, you need to understand and count the cost of what you're signing up for. And listen. I do believe in marriage. I kind of go back and forth sometime, if I'm gonna tell the truth. I understand the significance of marriage and I understand the covenant and the power of marriage. But as a lot of times as a man, I struggle with the notion of how marriage operates in the American culture and in the American system. That's the best way for me to put it and articulate it. Because in the system of marriage in the United States, it never in the favor of a man. When a marriage is dissolved, it is typically in favor of the woman. It's never in favor of the man, even if the woman is the one who is found to be the cheater and the one who does whatever. It's just how the system is set up. And as a man, you have to understand that that's how the system is set up. That's why the newer generation are all opting for prenuptial agreements. I had a meeting with the other day with 4 young men. The 4 young men flat out surprised the crap out of me. All 4 of them said, "Oh, I would never get married without a prenup." They was like, well, what's the point of getting married? That's what they said. They were like, what's the point of getting married? And you know me here, I go talking about covenant and how God will bless you and 2 people together can accomplish more than, I go down that route. Them young dudes was looking at me like I was an old fossil. I was and you know what's so sad? I was like, I'm starting to feel like a fossil. Like I be saying stuff. Oh my God. And I went downstairs last night and I forgot something upstairs. I had a certain pair of slippers that I wanted, but I had them upstairs. I didn't have them downstairs. And I was so mad that I had to go back upstairs to get them darn slippers. When you get past a certain age, I swear, certain things you just be like, oh, I didn't even want to go back upstairs to get them slippers. I was so mad. I'm just saying, you all. But I felt like a fossil. I'm not even going to lie. I literally felt like a fossil. Because that's the generation in which we live in today, ladies and gentlemen. These young people are feeling a totally different way when it comes to marriage and love and things like that. But yeah. Yeah. It's a totally different situation. Totally different situation. Now, let me bring something up on the screen. Let's see if I can do this. If it will let me. Let me see how they'll look if I do this. I got to go back over here and take this off. Lord, and my TikTok is, man, that darn TikTok be going off. Y'all don't know, my TikTok be lit. When I tell you my TikTok be lit, my TikTok be lit. I be like, oh my God, these people is not about to give me no break. But I want you guys to see something. Christian superstar pastor Kenny Flowers is going to get 4 to 15 years in prison for grape. It's unfortunate in America we got to say grape of a teen boy. This young man right here. Kenny Flowers, the prominent founder and leader of the Greater New Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church on the rough side of the mountain in Detroit, Michigan. Jesse, where you at, Jesse? Jesse, where y'all Detroiters at? Y'all know this dude? Y'all know this dude? And they call him a Christian superstar. How's he a Christian superstar? I didn't even know we had superstars. He's going to get 4 to 15 years in prison for essaying a 17-year-old boy in his home. But it's a good thing people's histories don't matter, huh? Jesse say, I ain't Baptist, so I don't know him. Dog Jesse, that's a doggone shape. Jesse say, well, if you're Baptist, I don't know you. Jesse still back then in the day, we be like, y'all ain't saved no darn way, so it ain't no need for us to keep up with you. Jesse, I'm just messing. Because you know that's what they said when I was growing up. They said them Baptists was going to hell anyway. That is so funny. That is so funny. And the reason why I mention these things to you all, because you need to learn how to protect your children and protect your families. And you need to understand to stop being so heavenly minded and so super spiritual that you don't know how to speak up for your family and start asking people some pertinent questions about their background and who are you? Just because somebody has the title of pastor, leader, apostle, have you ever committed a crime? That's the kind of question I want to know. From nowadays, if I was going to join a church, I want to know, are you a registered SA offender? Oh, I'm asking. I sure am. Well, I've been making the announcement for years that it's no longer a safe space to be. Duh. What's wrong with y'all? Philip, wait a minute. Brother Philip Lee said years and years ago. Philip Lee told us years and years ago on the Church Folk Revolution. He said there was coming a day when the church would no longer be a safe space for you to be. It would become the most deadliest place for you to be. There's another shooting, another church shooting that just happened not too long ago, killed the wife and the daughter of the pastor. I'm just saying. Now, blessed and favored, let me tell you something. It's sad and it breaks my heart to have to say these things, but I have to. Because if I don't say these things, no one else is going to tell you these things. People are just going to be making it seem like it's all fluff. And oh, praise the Lord. Oh, God bless you, sister. But when I have to come and tell you, no, he is going to be an registered SA offender when he gets out of jail. If he even gets out of jail, because some of these people are going to jail. These are old perverts. These are old perverts. I'm just saying. Lex, you know what a lot of people do nowadays? Y'all gonna think I'm telling a lie. Y'all gonna think I'm telling a lie. Have you ever gone to a church where when the pastor gets ready to come in or mount the pulpit, a lot of times they'll tell you to tell all the children to get out of the sanctuary or to go to another location? And they're really adamant about the kids getting out of the church and going to children's church or to some other location. Do you know why a lot of times they do that? Could be that your pastor is on the SA offenders list and he cannot be within a certain mile radius of minors. If you don't think I'm telling the truth, There was a pastor down there in Florida, last name Gilliard. I don't remember what his first name was. The church built on a totally separate wing just for the children to have church because they could no longer worship in the sanctuary or be in the sanctuary near the pastor. They put on they added on a whole new building to the church just so that they could continue to worship with the pastor. I kid you not. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. Happens all the time. Happens all of the time. It's irritating. So irritating. And no one says anything. And then people, they just think, well, Marcellus, you're such a Debbie Downer. This is what I get. You're a Debbie Downer. You just, oh my God, Marcellus, you need to come with the flowery things and say nice things. And I'm like, well, that ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to spark the conversation. That's what my job is. My job is to provoke change in them and in you. My job is to make you think again about some stuff. Somebody says, well, what does Madchurchdisease mean? If you're new to my channel, you know what Madchurchdisease stands for? Most in around the Clinton administration, and I've said this before, let me say this again because we always get new people watching. They had something called mad cow disease. Mad cow disease affects the neurological system of cows, which seeps into their brain. And once it seeps into their brain, the cows can no longer stand up on their own legs. Most Christians today have a disease that affects their brain to where they cannot stand up on their own spiritual 2 feet. And they're constantly falling and making mistakes and doing things because they have a disease that's called church. Most of us are more or less familiar. We're more familiar with church than we are with Christ. I'm just saying. You can get mad at me all you want to for saying it, but it is the truth. You know more church protocol than you know about Jesus in a lot of cases. I'm just keeping it 100. When a certain song is sung, we about to have a blessed Sunday and we're going to be shouting up and down. Well, you better believe it, especially nowadays. But guess what? That's the age that we're about to enter into, blessed and favored. You're going to need to know what is really being said and done. And speaking of that, let me go ahead and share this with you all as well, because this is something that I saw yesterday that I'm not surprised by, but I saw it yesterday and I said, oh, well, I don't like Piers Morgan anyway, so it didn't bother me. But I want to share y'all something. So Joy Reid and went on the Piers Morgan show yesterday. If you are not aware, Joy Reid was a former host at MSNBC. She's probably one of the premier liberal voices on MSNBC. Let me say this. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I guess I would consider myself at this point, I got to be an independent. But here's the problem. When you pick one of these sides, you don't get the pamphlets in the mail from every side. You gotta choose a side in order for them to tell you how you're supposed to vote. No, I'd like all the pamphlets from everybody. I want to know what everybody stand for. T-Bird, and you're right. A lot of them are controlling. And they're very manipulative. You're very correct. I was thinking about this today about the country club church. It really is true. They don't think it is, but it really is. But Joy Reid went on Piers Morgan's program. Why she did this, I don't know. I don't know why she did this. Because he is a European talk show host. The people in Europe kicked him off of Good Morning, Europe. It's like their version of Good Morning America. They kicked him off of their program for all of the racist statements that he was making about Meghan Markle. He was going after Meghan Markle like you guys have no clue. I mean, he just would not lay off of Meghan Markle. I mean, it was ridiculous. So they fired him. So he started off the program with race questions, stayed on race questions. I mean, off this race. And let me tell you something. Joy Reid is if I'm not mistaken, I think she went to Yale. I think she's a Yale graduate or she's a Harvard graduate. This is a highly intelligent Black woman. When I tell you, hats off to this woman, hats off to Joy Reid. When I tell you this is a highly intelligent Black woman, this is a highly intelligent Black woman. You don't talk to Joy Reid like you would some Neanderthal from off the street. This woman has a very good grasp of political history. Just off of the dome, she can speak and tell you stuff. And sometimes it was Harvard. Denise says it was Harvard. Okay. I thought she went to Yale. But okay. You don't think you're gonna come and skip over Joy Reid. But he tried. He was so disrespectful, you all. If you didn't see the interview, I highly want you guys to look it up to just see how she handled herself. Because Nina Turner was actually going to be on the same panel, but they didn't even tell Joy that Nina was coming on the panel. And Pierce did this whole thing where he like surprised Joy with another guest on the screen, which has been done to me on this here internet. I'm just saying. All of a sudden you on a program and next thing you know, somebody else pop up on the screen. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, see, I thought it was Yale, you all. But it's one of these Ivy League schools. Trust me, she's bright. And she handled herself accordingly. He did a whole bunch of race baiting, whole bunch of mess. It was just disgusting to watch. But it was a master class in how you maintain your cool, you maintain your respectfulness. I can learn a lot from what she exhibited yesterday because I would have probably cussed Piers Morgan completely out. They listen here. They wouldn't have had to worry about me getting up and walking out. They'd have had to push the button on me. They had pushed the button on me because I would have put Piers Morgan up so tough. He's been kissing the butt of Donald Trump and white evangelicals and all of these people in America. And you got to understand the way these people work. It depends on what crowd they're in front of, the kind of stuff that they say, and that's really, and what I'm finding, that's really typical of most people. It depends on what crowd they're in front of. You're going to change your character and change your nature of who you are based upon who's in front of you. Now, mind you, you do need to have some tact and some reserve, have some reservation about how you do things. But no, if I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm not going to pretend. And she actually showed the letter on her show of the invite of what he told them, and the producers told her what they were going to be talking about. And they just did a whole, bait and switch on her. She even said at one point, okay, sounds compelling, she said, but it turns out that that's not what the interview was about. Instead, Pierce used 45-minute interview to ambush me, mainly about his favorite subject, which is race. Because here's the thing, Black women, pay attention. Pay attention, Black women, because I'm about to hip you to something. Even though, the word on the street, these people trying to say is that I don't love Black women. I don't know how that could be. And yes, I'm going to keep saying it because it was some of the dumbest stuff ever to say to me, somebody who is constantly defending victims and talking about Black women. I don't know how people can say that, but here we go. Black women, there's been a hit put out on you. I don't know if you know it or not, but let me hip you to what's happening right now. For a long time, society was all about the black woman, educating the black woman, getting the black woman, into, Ivy League schools, getting them into, into the upper echelon of certain spaces. Because they felt like, well, if I get these black women into these certain spaces and places, then they'll become Candace Owen. They'll no longer want a black man. They don't want to have anything to do black men. They'll just fall in love with us, the white man. That's what they thought. If you guys cannot see what's happening in society right now, there is an all-out assault on black women. They are tremendously going after black women. The president, all of these white people in media, they are making such horrible statements about black women, talking about their intellect, how smart they are, if they're intelligent, all of these weird things that they're now saying in the media about black women. I want you to understand something, sisters. You need to understand that when you go into these places and these spaces, they are not your friend. And you need to keep that in mind, that no matter how much they say they're your friend, they're not your friend. Because one thing as a brother, I have to tell you that when I go into certain places and spaces, I already know that even though everybody's laughing and making their little jokes, they're not my friend. And when you let one racist joke pass, trust me, they're going to feel like they can keep saying all of the racist jokes to you. And you're going to have to address it at some point and cut it off. I'm just letting you know. Otherwise, you put yourself in a horrible situation when it comes to these people. I'm just telling you. There is an assault on black women and really on women in general. But that's what they did. Yesterday was a disaster. Piers Morgan showed his hand yesterday. He really showed his hand yesterday. And I don't normally watch Piers Morgan because I don't watch racists. I'm not watching Charlie Kirk. Why would I do that? Like a lot of these guys, I don't even listen to them because they're racist. Why would I waste my time? Just like I don't listen to a lot of these podcasters anymore. I don't waste my time with these people. Because when I get off from here right now, you all, I'm going to go find me a good movie to watch, and I won't be thinking about these content creators. I swear to you, I will not. I just will not even be thinking about them. And that's what's really kept me in such peace. And I've learned, and I am learning, to not even pay attention to these comment section. I try to answer the comments, but on TikTok, I don't even fool around with the comments no more. I just go and look at them and make sure you ain't being, extra rude. So I have to block you. But other than that, I leave these comments. I don't be fooling with these people no more. Because you're not going to be disturbing my peace anymore. Not at all. And anybody who is close to me who gets within an ounce of disturbing my peace, they will hear the lion roar, because I'm not tolerating. And that's the truth. And you know why? Because the Europeans were having such issues with Meghan Markle because they're racist. Let's just call racism what it is. It's racism. And we don't have to pretend like we don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what it is. And I don't apologize for it either. I'm going to say what I have to say, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's just how I feel about the situation. And these people are just doing what they do to annihilate the black family and the whole nucleus of black life. That's literally what it is. We live in an age and a time, you all, where your kids are not even safe. It used to be that grown-ups would respect children, but they don't even respect kids no more. Y'all heard about this? South Carolina officer, he's on leave after a bystander Video shows several cops piling on top of a black boy, arresting him. Y'all want to know what they arrested him for? Selling roses. What a crime. He was selling roses. Selling roses. Think about that for a minute. That's like a child putting out a lemonade stand outside on the corner. And the next thing you know, a bunch of police officers are piling up on top of it. Now, don't get me bad because wrong because I support officers. I have friends who are police officers. Not all officers are this stupid. But roses? You couldn't de-escalate this situation any better than to do a pile on of this young man? Let's watch the video. Let's go ahead and look at it. I'm just saying. Here we go.
No, get off of me, bro. Get off of me. Get off of me. Bro, no, bro. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Bro, you bother me. You're fucking harassing me. Get off of me, bro. Bro, you're harassing me. Get off of me. Get off of me, bro. I didn't do one thing wrong. Get off of me. Get off of me, bro. Get off of me, bro. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Get off of me. Get off of me. Bro, get off of me. Bro, get off of me, bro. Bro, I'm scared for my life. Get off of me.
And there goes the knees and the head and on the back, because that's what they do. Now they done bought a whole canine for a young man selling roses. They got a canine.
He is a minor, you guys. That's a child.
And then they just pick him up and they drag him out. It kind of looks like the Circle K that's in my area. I bet you it's the white lady who's giving out directions over there.
He's a minor.
This lady right here, I guarantee it's her. I guarantee you she called the police. This lady right there. I guarantee you.
I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking about my staff.
I get it, but that's a little boy. He's a little kid. Is he under 18? So he's a minor. That's a minor. Y'all didn't have to do that. What, he didn't do anything though. He was.
How is that gonna kill somebody?
I would have paid for it, but he's a minor. That was not necessary. That's a little boy.
I don't have time. I don't have time.
Wow.
They didn't call it's his parents or anything. That's fucked up. I just don't want them to do nothing to him, baby. That's a little boy. The one that brought the fucking dog in, I said that's a minor. He said it doesn't matter.
You bring a canine in and the woman say that's a minor and you tell the woman it don't matter. Why do you need a canine for a young man selling roses? Did they think that there was cocaine underneath the petals of the roses? What the hell? I'm just saying, what did they think was under the roses? He was selling roses. And when I say roses, I'm talking about the ones that you put on the table in a vase, ladies. I ain't talking about that other rose, y'all, just so y'all clear. He ain't selling them kind of roses. I mean, it's ridiculous. And he's yelling and screaming, trying to get the man to get off him. And what happens when the other men come? They all pile on top of him. Instead of saying, hey, we need to make sure that you remain safe, we remain safe. We need to secure you because we're going to detain you. And see, here's what I've also noticed about the police. And I need to talk to some of my friends about this. I don't know why you don't let a person know the difference between they're being detained and arrested. Somebody say weed roses? I don't even know what a weed. Well, okay, you mean weed roses. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Somebody put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still hear me. Hear me. I don't know what's going on with this thing. StreamYard gets on my nerves. Can y'all hear me? Okay, thank you. Because this thing's saying y'all can't hear me, that the thing was unplugged. I tell you, StreamYard gets on my nerves. Okay. But yeah, weed roses. Uh-huh. The ones that can die unless you put them in water. I guess that's what you're saying, Sean Talks. Because you know I'm from the church. I don't know if there, unless there's a different type of, another type of rose. I don't know. I know about the one that y'all, makes y'all hum, skip, and jump and be smiling the next day all day at work. I know about that rose, but I don't know. And the other roses, I don't know any other kind of rose besides Rose Nyland from I said that, CC. You know why you CC? He goes, CC. Listen here now. I said that already. But that just goes to show you your children aren't even safe. And I'm sure he was probably listen. I come from a situation where we didn't have a lot. I come from a background of where when I lived in Virginia, me and my cousin used to go knock on doors to go mow people's lawns so we could make money. We would literally make money. We would literally mow a person's yard to make money. Nowadays, it looks like people would just call the police on us. I got you, Sean. I got you. Sean, y'all do know I just be joking, right? I'm just being goofy. Sean, we used to go door to door with a wagon and a lawnmower to cut people's grass. I feel like if kids did that today, and you don't know why people are doing that. We were doing that because we needed extra money. We needed to eat. I'm just saying. Who knows? He could have been selling these. He could have been selling these roses so he could get something to eat for the day. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know what that young man's circumstances is. His parents could be strung out on drugs, and the only thing he could think of to sell was some roses so he could make some money. You feel me? That's why I'm like, you never know what a person's circumstance is. And that's why when I see stuff like this, I'm just like, you just go too far. You just went too far. This is too far. There's no justification for this. Now, if the young man was getting belligerent, or, if you told him, hey, which if you think about it, I understand that this is private property, and the store owner probably was like, I don't want him outside loitering, and I don't want him out selling no roses out in front of my store or whatever. But I want you to hear something. That doesn't work in California. Do you not know sometimes that in certain businesses, people will come and set up a whole restaurant right in the parking lot? You have a whole taco stand outside your Circle K. I ain't lying. They'll set up a whole circle. They'll have a whole taco stand outside your business. I'm just saying. But they over there in the South, and the South doesn't understand. This is how people in other states and in other places make money. They really do. Selling oranges, selling flowers, selling bags of peanuts, selling fruit. In California, that's how they actually make a living over here. You can literally go down the street and find people selling fresh watermelon. They'll give you a whole bag of watermelon, pineapple, whatever kind of fruit you like. You get a whole bag of it for like $5. You give them the $5 cash and you walk away with a whole bag of fruit. I'm just saying. That's how they make their money. But are we so, disconnected from the world that we just want to, you know what I'm saying? We don't show each other no kind of love, no kind of respect. You're going to bring a canine in for a child. Okay, let me get off of this because I mess around and get angry. Let me pull this down. I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all know me. I like to keep y'all informed. Y'all know that. Hey, respective angle, thank you for joining. I'm just chit-chatting. Y'all know I like to keep y'all informed because I just like talking about all of these little subjects and things. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. But we definitely live in the time when the Bible says that the love of many will wax cold. Why would you bring a K9 unit for a child that's selling roses outside of a Circle K? Somebody has lost their way. You have officially lost your way if you're doing stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. You done lost your way. You really have. Oh, by the way, you all, I have been on Tyrone Blackburn watch all darn day. Tyrone Blackburn has not submitted these documents to the court yet. It is now 8:12, which means it's about, what is it, about 10 o'clock on the East Coast? Or 11 o'clock on the East Coast? What time is it? Over there. I know y'all about 3 hours ahead. Tyrone Blackburn has not submitted any documents to the court yet. Now, what I'm thinking is if he's going to submit them, he's going to do it at 11:59 tonight because he don't want nobody talking about him. Okay, somebody said it's 11:13. All right, now you all, he has about 40 minutes then to submit this paperwork to the court. If he does not submit this paperwork into the court, guess what, you all? He is in violation of the judge's order, and TD Jakes' team can submit paperwork and documents to the court for a summary judgment. And I anticipate that's probably what's going to happen. He's not going to get a darn dime from Dwayne Youngblood, and it's going to save Dr. Scrotum Sniffer unless TD Jakes, decides to file a separate lawsuit or go after Larry on a different lawsuit. But like I told y'all before, that's what I told y'all I kind of felt like he was going to do, and that's the way it looks like that's what he's doing. Because he is in definite default right now. He has not answered the complaint yet. And I've been on watch all darn day. I'm on watch right now. I just refreshed the button and nothing has come through to the courts. Nothing has been uploaded as of yet. I don't see a darn thing. Just so y'all know. So here's the thing. If he doesn't submit the paperwork today, and I have to go double check this, he has a court date on the 24th. I don't even know if he's going to even have to come to court because it may be far too late if the judge just goes ahead and hits him with sanctions. And he might think that the sanctions are already on their way, so he doesn't want to be bothered with it. So he's just going to go ahead and let him hit him with the sanction because he's in all kind of trouble, y'all. He done ran over a 66-year-old process server. He got all these Diddy cases and all this stuff that's falling to the ground all the way around him. So Tyrone Blackburn, as of 8:15 Pacific Standard Time, 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, has not submitted a single document. Now, when we get off of here, I got a feeling at about 11:59, if he's going to submit it, that's when he's going to submit it. He's going to submit it at the very last minute. Pay attention to your community with my community wall, because at 11:59 or 12 midnight tonight, I'm going to put on the community wall whether or not he submitted the document or not. I'm going to let you know because I'm on document watch. He hasn't even submitted a document to ask the judge to extend it. He didn't even ask. There's not been an ask at all. So good, I'm not even gonna say good luck to him because luck don't have nothing to do with this. In the words of Bernie Mac, he's in trouble. Y'all know I'm a goofball. He's in trouble. That's what's happening. They're gonna end up getting a summary judgment on this, Sean. Get ready. Get ready, CC. Get ready, Miss Lex. Get ready, respective angle. I done told y'all they're gonna get a summary judgment on this. And this is what's gonna save Larry's ass, if I'm gonna be frank with y'all. And this is the funny thing. Larry always gets away with this mess. He always some kind of way just scurries his way, gets his way through. You know what I mean? It's just like, when you think he's about to be held accountable and somebody's gonna hold him accountable, here we go. It's crazy to me. My God, Sean, it is the craziest thing to me. Just when you think that people are about to be held accountable, they just scurry on away. Interesting. Well, shout out to all of you that support the Madchurchdisease channel. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. If you have not yet hit the like button, please hit the like button. And I've been sort of gradually making an announcement to all of you. If you don't see me around on social media and you only see me on my platform, just understand I'm not mad with anybody. I'm just concentrating on the work that I need to do over here. It's no disrespect or no shade to anyone else. I'm focused on what I need to do, and I'm refocusing and reshifting my life, if y'all want to really know the truth. I'm just recommitting myself to the things and the goals and the stuff that I want to do for myself. And I'm just not trying to fool around, and I'm trying to make sure that I keep my peace while doing so. So if you're mad with me, you mad with me on your own. If you're upset with me, that's your problem, not mine. Okay? That's just simple as that. And I'm not going to let content creators use my copyrighted stuff and take my work and post it up on their channels and all that kind of stuff. When y'all done said you don't understand why content creators be running around here asking for money, and you stealing from me and asking why content creators ask for money. It's crazy to me. So you get to steal your way through your content creation, but the rest of us get to build our way through our content creation. Okay. Well, if you don't take my work down and you got to the 25th of this month, you don't take my work down, then you go on and enjoy this this community strike that you're going to get. You go ahead and enjoy it, because I'm tired of people. I really am. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. I sent you an email. I asked you to take my stuff down or give me attribution. Your lazy behind wouldn't even give me attribution and give me credit for the work that I had done. So you think you're just supposed to use all of my stuff. And guess what happens? Guess what happens if you get your video taken down? All the monetization and the money that you earned from using my copyrighted work, you don't get it. Just thought I'd share. There's an adjustment that's going to be made. And I gave people ample opportunity. That's all I know. Hey, P. Hall, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. And P. Hall, if you go in there and you watch one of the membership videos, it'll tell you who the person I am talking about who stole from me. But a lot of people steal from me, but I just normally don't hit them with a copyright strike. I'll send you an email and I'll be nice about it. But some of these content creators, I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, for real. Like, what are y'all doing? I know it's a lot of competition out here, but come on. Like, whatever God has for you is for you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand what I don't get it. But I will drop the link for a few minutes, and y'all know I'm not going to take forever for y'all to come up here. So if you have something you want to say, you can definitely come up here and say it. Because I give y'all all ample space and opportunity to do so. The link has been dropped. I think I did that right. Did I add an extra? No, that's right. Okay, that's right. So the link has been dropped, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to come up and say your piece about any topic, this is Friday night. Y'all know how we do on Friday night. You can come up and talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. You can ask me questions if you like. You're more than welcome to do so. The link has been dropped. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Shout out to P Hall for getting you a membership. I appreciate you. Thank you. And the link has been pinned to the top of the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all of those of you. Shout out to CC for putting a color on it. I appreciate it. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to share something with y'all. So y'all be making sure y'all pay attention to the community wall tomorrow, because I got something that I'm going to share with y'all tomorrow. I'm going to make something real plain to all of you that follow this channel. And we appreciate you, P Hall. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That's how our channels are supported, and we really do appreciate it. Boop. All right. Maybe I'd have made y'all mad. I done incensed y'all enough. Made y'all mad. Because I tell you, that video of that young man selling roses and being piled on by the cops is just, wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Respective Angle. I appreciate that. Well, y'all know I made a lot of people mad the other day with my John MacArthur video. Woo-wee. I'm going to tell you the two videos that's been getting like crazy views over there on TikTok. When I did that video, them videos about Jimmy Swaggart, and I did those videos about John MacArthur. Here's the crazy part. I got more views on TikTok for my John MacArthur stuff than I did on YouTube. Them people over there on TikTok is mad. I'm like, I'm not gonna be going back and forth with these people on TikTok. And you know, all they do is come on there and attack me and tell me all this ridiculous stuff and you need to get over it. Who says that I'm on it? We just having a casual conversation. I just mentioned this stuff. You know, I'm not concentrating on it. I don't care anything about John MacArthur. The man's dead. God rest his soul. I just wanted the black people that don't know that man has made a lot of problematic statements concerning African Americans. I'm just saying, he has made a lot of statements that, you know, I just scratched the surface. Who wants to go down the whole history of a person when they're dead? I don't. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. And don't be lazy and thinking I'm going to do your work for you so I can prove to you all the crap that he done said. Go do your work. And my God, if the white folks are saying you're racist, what you want me to say? I don't know, Lex, but I tell you that YouTube, they didn't show me no love. And I don't like YouTube shorts. I'm going to just be honest with you. YouTube short sucks. That's just me. They don't pay very well. If y'all knew what YouTube shorts pay, you would wonder why we even put them up on our channels. I ain't going to even lie to you. It's a waste of time. It really is a waste of time. I'm fine with it. You know, I do the little extra work to, you know, because I know some people like scrolling through the shorts, but it's just a way for people who don't know or ever seen your channel to come across some of your content. So I do that for the algorithm's sake. But outside of that, I don't care to have no darn YouTube shorts over here. That's why it took me years and years before I put any up. Y'all notice I didn't have no YouTube shorts. I don't think I started putting YouTube shorts up until what? Maybe this year or the latter part of last year. I don't like YouTube shorts. The most I've probably been paid from one YouTube short might have been $25, $30. What's the point? And that's the accumulative of the months that one short has done, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000 views. And I done been paid like $25, $35. I'm just saying, what's the point? What is the point? Versus if you do a YouTube video that gets 20 and 30 and 40 and 50,000 views, you making 100, 200, 300. I did a video a month or two ago. I think that one video made me like $400 and some dollars. So what in the world you want to sit up and be doing a YouTube short for? I know. Anyway, I'm ranting now. I'm sorry. I had a moment. I can't stand them YouTube shorts. And you know how much it costs to and really how much it takes you to get monetized on TikTok. You got to have 10,000 followers on TikTok before they'll let you monetize. Isn't that crazy? You know how hard it is to get 10,000 people to press a button? I have 200 and something people over here, 300, 400 people over here sometime, and I can't even get you to press the like button. So just imagine what it's going to take somebody to subscribe to a TikTok channel. Jeez Louise. You got to be somebody like Mima Gail or that other lady over there on TikTok who don't know how to cook. We all subscribe to her to see what kind of disaster she's about to make. I'm just saying, this crazy food this lady be doing. Crazy mess this lady be cooking over there. I said, good Lord. Wrapping hot dogs in tortillas and frying them and crap. I'd be like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Respective angle. I'm serious. I already know. And you know what's so funny? Most of the people that's watching me right now, all of the people that are watching me, a lot of you are not even subscribed to the channel as of yet. And you return almost every show. You watch every program. And I know you watch every program because I have the analytics to prove that you watch every program. And I know where you come from because there are ways to find that information out. If you know what you're doing and you know how to read your analytics, I know who you are and I know where you're watching from. Just hit the like button. Please. Thank you. Please and thank you. I said please and thank you. All right, y'all. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Shout out to Mary. Shout out to all of you that be sending me text messages and talking to me at nighttime when I'm trying to wind down. I appreciate every single one of y'all because I be trying to go to sleep at night and folks be texting me and I be appreciative because it helps me. The other day I was texting somebody. Next thing I know, I was asleep. I ain't gonna say no names. I woke up. I woke up. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I done fell asleep on this person. Like, and they done wrote something in the chatted with me and I done went out for like, shoot, it had to be a good, I don't know, it felt like an hour, maybe two. I was like, oh my God. I just felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. I woke up and looked at my phone. I was like, Marcellus, you done fell asleep on these folks. I couldn't believe it, but I did it. But shout out to y'all. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all hit the like button. And I got to work on a new video. I got some stuff I'm going to be doing here coming up here soon. But y'all hit the like button. Listen here, I sure did. And I'm sure Daryl is asleep right now. What y'all want to bet? I guarantee you Daryl is asleep right now. I guarantee you Daryl is asleep. And if he not asleep, he on his way to sleep. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all support the Madchurchdisease channel. I know, CC. That's crazy, isn't it? Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we'd love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.